let the shoulders relax. And just tune in and tap into your breath here. Take 4 deep breaths in. Holding the breath at the top. And release 4 deep breaths out. Again, 4 deep breaths in. Release 4 deep breaths out. One last time, in for a count of 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, release. And let's inhale, bring the arms up overhead, lengthen and stretch up. And exhale, bring the arms down by the side. Sweep this left arm up and reach these left fingertips over to the right. And feel that full length in the body all the way from that left hip to left fingertip. And just breathe into the sensation. And then switch to the other side. One more time. Left arm towards the right. And then right arm towards the left. And then back to center. Bring the hands to the knees and just open up the shoulders here. Just rotating the shoulders back and forth. And then come to stillness. And then bend into the elbows, bring in the heart and chest forward. And then straighten the arm, bringing the chin to the chest. Inhale forward, and we're going to add rotation in the waist and the hips. So we're rotating in a clockwise direction and bringing as much flow and movement into the body here as you can, into that lower hip region. And just letting yourself flow, letting yourself go. And we'll reverse directions. Just close your eyes here, really allow yourself to rotate in that lower waist and hip area. Nice. Then we'll come back to center. Bring your hands back to the heart center. Again, lift the hands up. And as you lift the hands up, feel that energy lifting up from the root and traveling up your spine. Look up with the eyes closed. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, sweep the arms down, fold forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up, look up. Exhale, sweep the arms down. One more time, sweep the arms up. And exhale, arms down by the side. Make your way onto your hands and knees. Coming into tabletop position. And in the tabletop position, I just want you to wiggle the hips side to side. Wiggling the hips side to side. And the arms and shoulders can move with it too. And then some nice rotation in the lower body here. Right, so we're bringing the tailbone towards the back, to the left, to the front, and to the side. And then back to center. Next, we'll come into our cat and cow. So inhale, press your hands down into the mat and open up your heart, open up your shoulders, shine your heart forward between the shoulders. Open it up, look straight out ahead of you. And then exhale, arch the spine, look down between the hands. Again, inhale, coming into that cow pose with the heart wide open. Exhale, look down between the hands, arch the spine. And then make this cat and cow into a flow, into a dance. As you inhale forward and exhale down for a few more breaths. Beautiful, and then we'll come back to center. And from here, I want you to pretend that you have a small pendulum just hanging down from the heart center, and use that pendulum to draw a figure 8 with your chest. And as you draw that figure 8, you're going to be moving your hips, your body in a nice rotation. Nice. And come back to center and go in the opposite direction. And we are going to make our way into our first downward facing dog. So bring the hands up slightly in front of you, tuck the toes, and then bring the tailbone up towards the sky and pedal the feet out one at a time. In your down dog here. Just using this time to open yourself up and breathe. And let's find a moment of stillness in our down dog. Bend the knees as much as you need so that your hips are coming up towards the sky and your chest are coming towards your thighs. So you're in a nice upside down V. Beautiful. Bend your knees, look towards your hands, and then tiptoe walk your feet towards your hands. Come into a halfway lift. Exhale to fold forward. And inhale, rise slowly up to stand. Head comes up last, arm reaches up, lengthen. And then exhale, arms down by the side. Again, inhale, sweep the arms up and look up. Bring the hips forward as you arch back. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees on your way down. Inhale, coming to that flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, bring the hands, plant them down to the mat. Step back into your plank. Lower down, drop down to the knees. Bend into the elbows, drop the chest and the chin down. Inhale, upward cobra. Just take a breath here. And then exhale. Make your way back to that downward facing dog. Again, pedaling out those feet here. Nice. Bend the knees, look towards the hands. Tiptoe the feet towards the hands. Come into your flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up to stand. Exhale, hands down to heart center. And arms by your side. And just take a few breaths here. Filling up your lungs. Filling up your heart. Open your shoulders up. And then drop them down away from the ears. Nice. Inhale, sweep the arms up, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands down, step back to that plank once again. Either drop down to the knees or lower down with the elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And just take a few breaths here, bend the knees as you need to, remembering it's better to have your knees slightly bent than to force yourself into a pose or to compromise the length of your spine. So just take a few breaths. Bend the knees, look towards the hands, walk the feet to the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. And inhale, rise up to stand. Exhale, arms by the side. Again, just taking a few breaths here. Connecting the breath, connecting the body. We'll go through one more sun salutation. Inhale, arms up, lengthen, reach back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands down, step back to plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And pedal up the feet here. Bend the knees, look towards the hands, walk the feet towards the hands, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. And we're gonna hang in this forward fold for a little bit longer. Bend the knees as much as you need here. Crown of the head, just dropping down towards the mat. Just taking a few breaths here, just letting everything go. Letting everything release in that lower part of the body. And inhale, slowly pressing into the feet, rise up to stand, look up as you sweep the arms up. Exhale, arms down by the side. Nice. Beautiful. And from here, let's bring our hands to the hips here. And I'll turn to the side because I just want you to bring the hands right to your hip bones. And just move and sway from side to side. Just allow that movement, allow that swaying from side to side. With the root and sacral chakras, I like to spend a lot of time incorporating the movement of the hips, the movement of the butt, the movement of the waist to help activate and to bring energy to that area and to open yourself up to having more creativity, more flow, more synchronicity, and really rooting yourself down. So we're going to bring our feet about hip distance apart as we do this, and we're making our way down into Malasana position. So that's where we're going down into our yogi squat. And then come down, swaying from side to side. And if you have a book or a block handy, you can position that for leverage as you're coming down. Okay, and then just swaying side to side. Connecting, opening up in this hip area. Spending some time here, bringing your hands to heart center and letting your heart and chest come forward towards your hands. Just feeling this opening in the lower part of your legs. Nice. Now we'll come down to the feet. Bringing the feet and legs out in front of us. Feet straight out ahead. And what we're going to do is take this left leg, this left knee, and the left foot. So you're grabbing onto the left knee with the left hand and the left foot with the right hand. And just coming in and gently hugging that leg in. Right? And if you're not getting it quite this close, you know, stay out and do what's comfortable for you. So you might be here, just grabbing it on with the hands, or if you feel a little more open, then you would want to bring it in. And just rock and cradle that leg back and forth, giving some opening to this hip over here. And then we're going to take that leg and kind of just crank it. You work on opening that hip up. Nice. I'll come back to stillness, and we'll do it on the other side. Nice. And then we'll release. We'll shake it out, and we will switch sides. So this is the right leg, so you grab the right leg with the right hand and the right foot with the left hand. And again, you're kind of just start by pulling it in, rocking it side to side. If you're able to cradle it close to the chest. Nice. And then again, using the hands and the arms as a crank. Just allowing that openness. And then switching that rotation. Nice. And bring it back to center. And swaying those legs up and down. Coming next into our butterfly or Baddha Konasana position. So the soles of the feet come together, the knees splay out wide, lengthen, feel yourself lifting up through the lower back, feel your spine as if it goes from being compressed like this, or you don't want to see the difference between like you're sitting like this and you're compressing, you're slouching down versus opening up and lifting up, right? You want to have that opening up and that lift. That opening, that lift, that decompression is what allows the energy to flow. And just moving the legs up and down. A little bit more. And then we'll slowly let it simmer down. Come back to stillness. Let it simmer down slowly and naturally. Beautiful. This time, bring this right leg straight, and then the left foot comes into the inner thigh of that right leg. Then bring your hands to the hips, and I want you to rotate your hips and your waist so that it's in line with this straight leg, so that it's in line with the right leg. And then I want you to feel this lift and expansion right here from the lower ribs, almost as if you're separating your waist up out of your hips. Right, that's going to give you a little extra lift and length as you go into this pose. And then bring the arms up overhead. Deep breath in, and then exhale, lead forward with the heart and look towards the foot. Take another deep breath in, and then exhale, release. And wherever you're at, don't force yourself. Just allow the body to lengthen as you inhale and exhale to go lower. And just enjoy this. Just enjoy the sensation of the breath and the body connection and the lengthening. 3 more breaths here. Wherever you're at. Wherever you're at is where you belong. Deep breath in. And lift yourself back up. Lengthen. And bring the arms down by the side. And let's switch it out. So bring that left leg front. And bring the right foot into that inner left thigh. Again, prepare yourself, right? So bring the hands to the hips. Gently rotate the hips and the waist so that you're facing and centering with that left leg. Feel that length in the spine and those side ribs. Lift the arms up. Inhale to lengthen. And then exhale as you reach forward. Leading with the heart, leading with the chest. And noticing that maybe you are different from one side to the other. So your body may not be able to go as deep on one side or the other, but don't let that discourage you. Just notice those differences and just allow for them. So inhale to lengthen, and then exhale, release. I'm taking a few breaths here. Two more breaths. Nice. Coming back up. Bringing both legs straight out in front. And then spreading the legs out wide here. And then taking your hands and just making sure that you're sitting on that tailbone. Spreading the legs out as wide as is comfortable for you. And then first, again, lengthening through the lower body, through the spine. And then from here, just beginning to gently walk your hands forward until you feel a nice stretch in the legs. Maybe a stretch in the spine too. And wherever you're at here, just allow your body to be here, allow your body to relax. And just take a few breaths. Right? So I'd rather see length in the spine than you coming all the way down and arching the back and collapsing. Remembering that it is not about the destination, it's about the journey. And right now we are on a journey with our body, and we're just going through an experience, going through a sensation. So enjoy the journey, enjoy the ride, enjoy the transition. 3 more breaths. Seeing if you can inhale to lengthen and maybe go a little centimeter deeper. Beautiful. Gently walk yourself back in. Bring the legs to close here. And we'll come back into our Baddha Konasana. Butterfly position. Bringing openness to the hips. And bringing the hands to behind us. We're going to make our way into our reverse tabletop. So come and lie down onto the back. And actually, we're going to go into bridge postures first. So come and lie down onto the back, shoulders by the side, knees pointing up, feet flat on the ground. And then gently just lift the hips up away from the ground, pressing into the shoulders to lift yourself up a little bit more. And just taking a few breaths here. And lowering down. Again, lifting up into that bridge pose. Taking a few breaths here. Maybe even sweeping the arms behind you. And then as you exhale, bring the arms down and lower the hips down. Again, inhale, bring the hips up as you sweep the arms back behind you. And then lower the hips down as you bring the arms forward. Nice. From here, hug the knees into the chest and just roll and rock from side to side, giving that lower back a nice massage right into your mat. Nice. And then bring the knees apart. You can grab either down here to this lower part of the thighs for support, or if you want a deeper stretch, you can grab onto the outside of the feet for your happy baby. And just use this time to rock and roll from side to side. And bringing the feet up. And then gently lowering it back down, crossing at the ankles, bringing your hands down by your side. And gently lifting yourself up, making your way back onto your hands and knees, back into that tabletop position. And again, moving those hips in that circular direction. And really getting the whole body into the movement. And we'll go in the other direction. Back to center. Inhale, coming forward for that cow. Exhale, cat. Just keep doing your cat and cow for a few breaths. Keep flowing. I'm going to come over and check on everyone, see how everyone's doing. All right. Looks like everyone is doing good. Excellent. Nice. Few more cats and cows. And from here, let's walk our hands forward, tuck the toes, make your way again into that downward facing dog, and pedal out those feet. And then come to stillness in this down dog. Okay. Bend the knees, look towards the top of the mat, walk the feet towards the front. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. And just let your body hang down low in this forward fold. And let's walk our hands around the feet side to side, kind of like a half circle, like a rainbow. Just swaying the hands from one side to the other side is going to help with the hips. Just opening up that lower part of the body. And back to center. And inhale, lifting up, looking up, stretching up. Exhale, arms down by the side. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Let's come into our chair pose. Let the shoulders release, look straight ahead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift with that flat back. Exhale, plant the hands down, step back to your plank. Lower down, drop the knees, bend into the elbows, drop the chest and the chin. And then inhale, coming forward, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then bring this right leg front, rise up into your warrior one. And just taking a look at your body, making sure that your hips are centered, that front knee is bent, and then lift those arms up. And let's go right into our warrior two from here. Opening up, lengthen the arms, sweep that front arm up, lengthen, reach back, go back, reverse your warrior. Exhale, bring that forearm to the thigh, and this back hand reaches front. Bring the hands down to frame that front foot. Step back to the plank. Lower down knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Stepping this left foot towards the front of the mat. Rise up into your warrior one. Get into position. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Sweep that left hand towards the back. Exhale, bring that left forearm to the knee. Sweep that right arm towards the front. And then lower the hands down to frame the foot. Step back to your plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And just pedal out the feet here. Taking a few deep breaths in this down dog. Bend the knees. Look to the hands and walk the feet to the hands. Come into our halfway lift, flat back. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, rise to that chair pose. Exhale, stand up. Arms down by the side. Just taking a few breaths here. Just reconnecting with the breath. Let's sweep the arms up one more time. Lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to that plank. Drop the knees down. Come into child's pose. Just for a breath here. And then lift yourself up. And then walk your hands forward. So keep your hips and your knees in a line. We're just walking our hands forward. We're coming into bleeding heart here. So just letting the heart and chest come melting down towards the mat. Maybe dropping the forehead down to the mat if that's comfortable for you. Or if you have a block and you need a little boost, bringing it down to a block. Right, so just feeling that length and that stretch in the spine, in the shoulders, in the arms. Nice, and then gently walk it back in. Take a few breaths here. And then from here, let's make our way back to lying down on our back. And if you have the space, open your arms up full length. Otherwise, you can cactus your arms. And then bringing the feet together with the knees pointed up. Gently lift the hips up. Bring the hips towards the left. And drop the knees down towards the right. Nice supine twist. And we'll come back to center. Lift the hips up, bring the hips towards the right, and then drop the knees down to the left. Nice gentle supine twist on the opposite side. And back to center. Hug the knees into the chest once again. This time, grab your hands onto the knees and just use the hands to rotate the knees outwards and then back in. Opening it, rotating it out and back in. Beautiful. One more time. And then hug it in. And we'll go the opposite way. So the knees are going to go straight out and then to the sides. This is really nice in that lower sacral region. Nice and gently, and then one more time. And hug it back in. And drop the knees, drop the feet down. Bring the soles of the feet together. And bring the left hand to the heart, right hand to the belly. Just coming into Supta Baddha Konasana for a few breaths here. Beautiful pose for just allowing opening in that lower hip and sacrum region, even in the thighs. And if you like, even add a little bit of movement to it. You might even like find yourself getting some nice pops and then rotate it in the other direction. Right. Kind of just allowing some of that tightness and energy that's in that lower area to just release and open up. And come back to stillness. And from here, bring the arms to the side of the body with the palms face up, straighten the legs out in front of you out wide, take up as much space as you need. Coming into our final resting pose of Shavasana here. And as you're in this Shavasana, I want you to deeply tune into your breath, deeply relax. And I want you to bring your awareness to the lower region of your body. Bring your awareness to your tailbone and your sacral region. And imagining a beautiful blend of red in the tailbone region, orange in the sacral region. And just imagining that you're completely rooted down. You're completely connected. You're completely sure of yourself. And you have this beautiful creative flow that is just undulating out of you. And allow that to come together. And allow that red, that orange, that beautiful radiance within you to just begin to release and to connect you, to root you down, yet at the same time allow you to flow, to create and to grow. Just close the eyes and completely immerse yourself in that beauty that is you. Let that glow grow. Let it radiate. Begin to bring awareness back into the body. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Rock the head from side to side. And even wiggle the hips here a little bit. Around onto the ground. Nice. And then bring the arms behind you. Allow yourself a little shimmy. Bend the knees. Come, making your way into the fetal position as you drop the knees to one side. And then when you're ready, using the hands as your support to come up, back to the top of your mat. Keep the eyes closed for a few more moments here. And just recenter back into yourself. Connecting with the breath, connecting with that inner beauty and light within you. We'll bring our hands to heart center, and we'll take one deep breath in together. Exhale, release. Another deep breath in. Exhale, release. This time we'll take a deep breath in together for Om. So deep breath in. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. When you're ready, gently open your eyes. Right. So thank you so much for joining me for today's class. I will be sharing more information. I really enjoyed doing this with you all today. And I'm looking forward to having more sessions like this because I really love doing this today with you all and everything. So just take your time getting up, getting out. If you have any questions or want to chat or anything, I would be happy to. I'm here. And just let me know how you enjoyed today's class.